What's up, y'all? It's your boy eBay. Fight predictions in the building, and we're here UFC 274 fight week, and this is your Justin Gaethje versus Charles Oliveira for the lightweight title breakdown at 155. Great fight. I love this fight, man. This fight is dope, bro. This is a dope fight, bro. This is a dope fight. A little bit of trash talk, but this is a skill-based fight in terms of like the story. There isn't really. This is the next guy up basically for Oliveira to fight. I'm not gonna say beat, but if you know me, you know who I'm probably picking. Yeah, I love this fight. I love how these guys really come at each other because stylistically, these guys previously in their careers, right? That style that their opposition has was a nightmare matchup, right? We look at Charles Oliveira, guys that could really strike, hit him hard, guys that could make him quit. Like, I mean, Max Holloway, I wouldn't say that's a real one, but what Cub Swanson was able to do, something Gaethje can do, right? Then you look at Justin, right? Last title fight, what happened? He dealt with a grappler. What is Charles great at? Grappling. So it's like, I love it. I love the matchup. I love how these guys match up against each other. It's just it's gonna be fireworks. I don't think there's no way this fight can be boring. I don't want to jinx it, but I just think this is a fucking phenomenal fight, and I can't wait for it. But let's look at the stats, man. Obviously, we all know Charles Oliveira is the champion. I actually wonder where Gaethje is ranked at. What is he, like number 3 or some shit? I think he might be, or if they put him at number 1. They're crazy. UFC, is he really? He cannot be the number 1 contender, right? No way. They have him over like Poirier. I'll be shocked. I'll be in shock. Okay, yeah. Him and Dustin are tied for number. He should just be number. Honestly, he should be number 2. I agree. He should be number 2. I think he's above Islam and Beneil right now. So I agree with that. He should be number 2, but he's technically tied with 1 with Dustin, which is weird. Even though Dustin beat him, bro. I know he's fighting for the belt, but it's okay, bro. Dustin beat him. You don't have to feel bad about that. But besides that, Oliveira comes with a record of 32-8. Is fighting out of Brazil. Age 32. A height of 5'10" and reached 74. Justin Gaethje, 23-3. So. I always give him that. He has a really good, solid record. Not a lot of losses. At all. Fights out of Colorado, age 33, a height of 5'11", and a reach of 70. So Oliveira does have a reach advantage over him. So this is going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting contest of how they match up, man. I did do a film study on this, obviously. I love doing film studies on title fights. You already know me. You know your boy. I was about to say my real name, eBay. You know your boy eBay. But yeah, I love this fight. I love this fight a lot. I really do. I think I've said that a lot. But the way I did the film study, I did like a 3-fight film study breakdown. I felt like I've done 5-fight film studies for both of these guys. I did one for Gaethje versus Khabib. I did one for Gaethje versus Chandler. I think Oliveira I've done. I did one for even Tony Ferguson, so I've done 3 for Oliveira, so I watched the Nick Lentz fight a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to watch it a 3rd time, nor do you guys. But, no, I guess a 4th time. But I know he catches the kick, and he throws the cross and kills him. But yeah, man, I looked at 3 specific fights. I like doing it like this, where you really honestly look at, it's really, it comes down to your opinion. But someone that matches the style of Gaethje, 2 opponents that he did well against and that he did bad against, and then his most recent matchup. Because you always got to see what they did. You're not as good as your last fight. That's what it is. It's honestly, your last fight is your most important fight. So that's also another thing I added in there. But yeah, let's start with Gaethje, man. Gaethje. Let's talk about the Tony Ferguson fight. I think that's the fight I want to talk about the most, man. This was such a big fight for him. It was such a coming out party. I picked him. I was happy. Tony Ferguson fans are in the mud. I have a weird relationship with Tony fans. Like I have a lot of homies that I actually talk to that are Tony fans, but I also like seeing them cry. So, but because it was crazy for a long time in the sport. their boy Tony kind of ruled this lightweight division as this fraud champ, right? He was the so-called champ because Khabib ran for him, right? But in my humble opinion, I didn't think he was the best guy in that division. I didn't think skill-wise, if we're talking about skills, I didn't think striking-wise it wasn't there. Jiu-jitsu-wise maybe. Wrestling defense, it was decent. But if we're talking about skills, I felt like his tenacity and his toughness and his mentality. I give him a lot of credit for, like, I know Tony fans are probably shocked. You're giving him credit. He has a great mentality. Like, I really do honor that. He's super tough and he's strong-minded, and not a lot of guys would weigh in for a fake weigh-in, you know, or a weigh-in that never happened. That's his mentality, and on that day, maybe he felt like the real champ, and you can feel that way. But at the end of the day, you weren't, and I respect the fact that you went out there and you took care of your business and you weighed in because you were, you know, supposed to fight that day, and I respect that. I really do respect it. You showed up, but Justin Gaethje also showed up to murder you, and I just felt like for Tony, he wasn't focused on Gaethje. I felt like, I don't want to make excuses for him, but I just felt like he didn't understand what was coming at him, and he got lit up. He got lit up and taught a valuable lesson. And that's a lesson that I don't think he's been able to fix. But it's a lesson of sometimes you say no to certain things. You just say no. You say no. You don't always say yes to everything. And yeah, man. I mean, Tony did well. He did well I watched the fight and I actually was kind of surprised. You know what I feel like I saw? I felt like I saw Gaethje taking the prime Tony out of his body, like the soul of prime Tony. He was like taking out punch by punch, right? So in the second round, right, Tony fans, they love this. You know, out of Tony and Gaethje, who touched the mat, you know, and he got him, right? He got him with a beautiful uppercut. It was solid, but I felt like Gaethje was just being stupid. And after that, it was destruction. Gaethje literally was slipping and ripping and fucking changing angles and landing overhands, and he literally was so patient using good footwork, just solid footwork, decent footwork, nothing special, just decent boxing footwork, right? And he would change angles, or if he would slip his head and just slip counters, right? And he was doing simple stuff like that, and he was just destroying Tony. And there was moments where, dude, I remember when he landed this fucking overhand, he had Bambi legs in that fight. That was the craziest part. It was like, because when I watched Tony in that fight, I actually saw, in the first two rounds, I saw like some of prime Tony. I felt like I really did feel like I saw him. And then in these fourth, third, and fifth rounds, it felt like Gaethje was literally killing him. Like, honestly, this was a boxing beatdown. If you like have seen boxing beatdowns, like, man, like, they're horrible. Like Americani versus Canelo, right? Like, they just beat him up, like, until he knocked him out. And I know some people felt like Americani was doing decent, but that's the thing, like, this was a beatdown. Like a beatdown if I've ever seen one. He was killing him. Like, and the way he ended it with a jab, man, that was beautiful. It was just like the perfect like punchline, like, yeah, be fundamentally sound, kids. That's like, bah. And then, I mean, I don't know. I know some people like to say Tony quit in there, and I don't think Tony quit. I think he was just shaking his head. But yeah, that jab was stiff, and he was like, he had Bambi legs. The whole fight, he had Bambi legs. He was rattled, bro. I didn't know, like, that's something you take a year off. That kind of beatdown, like, he got hit with shots, man. He got hit with so hard, with like really hard shots, like hard shots, like fucking debilitating shots, bro. That's a guy like Charles, right? He's built like Charles. Even I've seen guys make memes, right? They're like, oh my God, this fucking, Charles 1.0. Now we got, or not. That's Tony 1.0. Now we got Charles 2.0, right? I did Tony 2.0. My bad, y'all. I'm fucking it up. But that's how you know I'm not a little Tony stan. Like, I don't know. but but yeah, Gaethje ended up fighting Khabib. I mean, there's a lot of things that Charles can learn from this fight. I feel like the pressure that Khabib was able to put. A lot of people don't realize it was the pressure of the striking that led to those takedowns, and Gaethje was so like fixated on the threat of the takedown, he wasn't really looking at the strikes, and he got caught with some shots that he got fucking devastated in there, right? So he got hit bad. He got hit bad, real bad actually, and then those led to the takedowns, and after that it was Dunzo, man. He got an armbar in the first round that he probably should have got, and then the clock saved Gaethje, and then in the second round he gets another takedown, and I mean, dude, this was an annihilation. Like, he got a triangle, choked him out, tapped him out, fucking had him unconscious. It was crazy, right? And the thing is, with this Gaethje fight against Khabib, it's such a hard fight to like judge him off of, and that's the thing about this fight, about Khabib. This is a very, very big fight for Khabib fans, I feel like, because they've been very silent. And if fucking Justin somehow knocks out Oliveira, and a lot of people, I have no problem with this. I like Oliveira. Don't get it twisted. I picked him a lot. I'm gonna basically pick him. I don't want to spoil it, but that's the direction I'm going. They have announced him as the lightweight king, and I'm like, let him do it first. I like the kid. I really do. I wouldn't say he's overrated, but he's getting to the point where he beats everyone in the. I don't think so. I really don't. I think the guys that he's fighting, he matches up really well with them, and I also do think the mentality is in his favor, going into some of these title fights in terms of momentum. He's on a big win streak. He's fighting for a belt. That's the most prestigious thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? And there were some comments actually made by Justin that a lot of people got mad, and I actually want to show this. But before I show you guys that, in my humble opinion, I don't even think Justin's necessarily wrong. I do think calling him a quitter is crazy. He's not a quitter, but that guy did exist, right? Like, that guy, we all saw the Cub Swanson fight. We all saw the Felder fight. That guy's there. Like, he didn't go nowhere, right? But the thing is, he's fighting for a belt now. He's fighting for big money. He's supporting his family. There's a lot more things to fight for, for him. But I'd be very careful to call him the lightweight king or the greatest lightweight to ever do it. I'd be very careful to say that. But I'll show you guys this clip of Justin Gaethje kind of talking mess about Oliveira, which was pretty funny.
But again, he doesn't have the great ability to take you down to the ground. Poirier being a southpaw, he does a great job at controlling range. Oliveira's not Khabib. He doesn't march forward and march through things to close that distance. I'm not high on. I would love to fight Charles Oliveira, because I will show you what I'm saying. He's a quitter. He is a quitter. He showed it to you in the Michael Chandler fight. At the end of the first round, he was not looking good. He didn't want to be there. He doesn't want to be there when it gets nasty. Poirier's going to beat him up.
He said what he said. I think it's very interesting that he said that coming off this Khabib loss. But after that, he went into his Michael Chandler fight. He went in with the mentality, if I don't get the title shot, we riot, right? That was the big thing. And against Chandler, if you saw my breakdown, I picked Chandler. I feel like I was there. We were there after the first round. We were at the finish line, right? We were right there. Chandler was gonna get this fucking CTE boy, this dude that cannot count to save his life, man. Like, right? We got him. But I'm actually not gonna lie. Justin Gaethje, when I watch him fight this fight, and then I watch him his older fights, like the Dustin Poirier fight, the Eddie Alvarez fight, the Michael Johnson fight, I don't agree with patient Gaethje, like that little mythical character people were talked about. But what I do agree with is that he's gotten a lot better with his offensive boxing and his patience and his striking. And I remember Oliveira had actually said, it came out in an interview, saying all he has is a left hook and an uppercut. And I'm like, bro, you're not. That's not what. Like, people don't realize anybody has a left hook and an uppercut. It's how he's setting these things up. And Chandler had him. He had him in the first round, rocked. And Chandler had the faster hands. Chandler was landing beautiful shots. The 1-2 and then the 3-2 were landing like a mofo, right? So he, in my opinion, had the faster hands if you just looked at it. Now, obviously, those leg kicks did play a factor in why that fight kind of went in the direction it went to. But if we're just talking about hands, that's it. Chandler has the faster hands. But it was, I hate to say it, but it was the patience of Gaethje in that second round to capitalize. He's so good at finding these shots, right? Because he's using this high guard, but like people, like that's not easy. That's not an easy thing to do, y'all. Like, and the way he's finding that lead hook and the way he set up that knockdown with the uppercut was fucking beautiful. All right, like that's it's the footwork, it's the feet placement, it's the angle placement. You know, it's where he's landing these shots. You know, it's like guys can't do that. A lot of guys can't find that shot. Like there's not a lot of guys that can land those uppercuts, right? You know, it's something he might have learned from Tony Ferguson in their fight, right? But that was a beautiful shot, and I thought Chandler fought really dumb, and also he defended a lot of takedowns. You got to give Gaethje that. I think defended at least 3, right? And it looked like he learned something from that Khabib fight. I think he has gotten better. I think before. I think he tried to cram in all the grappling stuff, right? So this is a second camp with a grappling-focused mentality. Or you could even say third camp, because I think they probably thought Chandler was going to wrestle. And he tried. He tried near the end, but his legs were done from those kicks, right? At the end of the day, I think Gaethje needs to be respected in this matchup. I just don't want to see Oliveira fans acting like this is easy money because, Khabib submitted him, and Oliveira is better than Khabib, right? You know, it's like, don't think like that. That's how you get humbled, bro. Like, real talk, right? And the thing is, man, Chandler fought stupid. But I thought Chandler did some cool things in there. The body work, I thought Chandler hitting to the body was really good. And he got a takedown. He did get a takedown. I forgot about that. He got a crazy takedown in that third round. But he fought dumb. He fought stupid. Again, the placement that Gaethje was landing his shots, the timing, beautiful, picture perfect. The hook, the uppercut, the overhand. But yeah, you know, Chandler was like, "Come on, bro, keep hitting me, bro." But you know, I don't know what he was doing in there, but but yeah, it is what it is. And Gaethje came out of there a winner, and now he's fighting Oliveira. He's fighting for the belt. You know, and it's interesting. It's really, it's interesting. But Oliveira, man, let's talk about this guy, man. This guy has been money his whole career. He's been money. He's just, that's who he is. Well, I shouldn't be money his whole career. He's had some bad moments. But for me, his last few fights, being the dog, I've just been shocked. Like, this kid's been killing it. And I'm just surprised, though. Because, like, I'm not seeing the lightweight go. I'm just not, y'all. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not seeing the lightweight go. He's good. He's great. He's a great fighter. But there's something missing. And I feel like he's still good enough to beat Gaethje. But I don't think after this it's over. I really do think if he fights Beneil Dariush, I think it's over. I would probably pick him against Islam Makhachev just out of hate. Out of hate for Islam. But I could see Islam winning that fight too. But he's done his thing. And in matchups like this against Gaethje, he's folded. He has folded. Against Cub Swanson, it was a very simple fight. Cub was able to hit the body a few times, and then he set up to the head. That's all Gaethje has to look at. You know, Charles also comes with a high guard. And that's the thing about Charles is that he's really good offensively hitting the body, right? But defensively, it looks like he kind of just eats those, right? And Gaethje does the same thing, but just because Gaethje doesn't defend his body doesn't mean he can't attack to the body, right? And really those body shots, they don't even have to mean something. They just have to just get your opponent distracted enough to leave their guard down to get hit with that goddamn power nuke that Gaethje has in his hand, because Gaethje has some fucking power. He really does. Really does. It might be a little overrated, but he really does. And I mean, fucking. And this is one of these fights that people accuse Oliveira of quitting. And, you know, I mean, it is what it is. But, yeah. But they do also have a common opponent, though, in Michael Chandler. They both fought Michael Chandler. And the way Charles fought Michael Chandler, I was really, really impressed with. The way he. That's the difference between, you know, between Charles and Justin. Charles finished Chandler. Justin didn't. And, I mean, I thought Charles fought a smart fight, but there are some mistakes he made, right? He got a takedown. I felt like Chandler kind of, dove for a guillotine more than it was a real takedown by Charles, but we'll give it to him. He got his back. A lot of crazy moments. Then fucking Chandler gets up, jumps, and then gets out. And I was just surprised by Chandler's grappling. And then, yeah, Chandler hurt him in that first round, and he hit him dead to rights, but give credit where credit is due. He rose from that, and he overcame that, and I was just like fucking amazed by that. I was really I was like, wow, this guy has like some heart, you know. And he went out there and fucking finished him. Beautiful left hook. It was quick, and those are just adjustments that champions make, and he's shown us that he's a champion, and those adjustments that he's gonna need, and he's gonna have to be ready for it, because I can really see him getting hurt. It's his last 3 fights. Like, he's fighting strikers now that have decent takedown defense. All they need is one shot, and Gaethje hits really hard. So he needs to be ready to make these adjustments. He needs to be ready to be tough in there. I just don't know how many, because I just don't feel like, I know some people are gonna get mad at me. I'm gonna be honest. These moments where Oliveira is showing heart and being this almost Terminator, I think this will expire. I don't know how long it's gonna last that he can do this, but I think eventually it'll expire. But yeah, he won that fight. He fucking did his thing, man. He fucking killed Chandler and became the lightweight champion. And I was so happy for him, you know. Got that one back from my boy Hooker. But yeah. And then, yeah, Charles fought Dustin Poirier, a guy that beat Gaethje. And and this is the thing. That was the first title defense for Charles, and it was a big fight. So he was gonna fight with his life on the line. That's the thing. These are big fights. I don't care who you are. Some people find a way to quit in any situation, but most people will fight their life on the line, you know, in a big situation where, like, this could change your whole entire life. And this was a big fight that could change his whole entire life. Mentally, again, I'm saying this, I'm stressing this a lot. Mentally, this is a big fight for Charles. And going into this one, he was fucking uber confident and uber determined to show everyone that he is the best lightweight. And a lot of people thought Dustin was. And, you know, when they got matched up together, man, it was very interesting. And Dustin did his thing, though, in the first round. I felt like his ability to box with Oliveira was very blatantly, like, he had the upper hand. Even though Oliveira was putting good pressure, you could see in the significant strikes, man. I think it was like 29 to like 50 something. It was insane, like just head strikes, right? And dude, Dustin was lighting him up. Like, he was hitting with some great shots. Now Oliveira responded well. He made almost like a decision that, okay, this fight is gonna go the distance. This fight might be bloody. This fight might be fucking gritty. I'm gonna make an investment here to the body. And he made some good investments to the body. Hit him to the knee to the body, front kicks to the body, and he made that adjustment, and it really helped him in the long run, right? But he still got dropped. Again, you're seeing a pattern. Last 2 fights, he got dropped. Cub Swanson, he got dropped, right? You're seeing this. He's getting dropped. He is hurtable. Like, he is not Superman. I know they say when he takes off the glasses, he's Superman, but no human being can just take that kind of damage consistently and come back every time, right? He's getting hurt, and that's just the facts. But he was able to come back, and I felt like it was weird. It was weird what I was seeing, like with Dustin, and even Dustin, even in that first round, was actually able to kind of defend a takedown. But I don't know what if you can call them takedowns. They're like weird, like little fucking like guard pull takedowns. But in the second round, Charles was able. I mean, some people felt like he put his hands in the gloves, and some people felt like he cheated in that fight. I don't know if he did, but it was a weird little guard pull, like front roll, something like it was weird. But he was able to get him down. That's the point. And he got him down for the whole round. He was able to win that round. And then he got in a beautiful duck under. Got in the third round, by the way, on Dustin's back. And the way, I just loved how the way he transitioned to the back and then taking it and then just fucking choking him out. It was pretty dope. And the foot placement and all about that was really, really nice to see. But yeah, he got it done. He got it done. And he beat Dustin. He showed that he was the champion. He showed that he was the best lightweight in the world. I just want to know, does he have the same mentality going in there against a guy like Justin Gaethje, a guy that lost to Dustin Poirier? Like, maybe he might be underestimating him. And I really hope he's not. Even in that fight, after that fight, there was a moment between Justin and Charles, actually. And I think that was a moment where, because previously, Justin didn't have respect for Charles. He really didn't. That's just the honest truth. But after that fight, I think he realized, like, man, this guy's a warrior. And he showed him his respect. And you can call it two-faced, but what I think, I'm being honest, I think he was wowed by that performance. He saw it live. He saw, like, wow, this guy beat a guy that beat me. A guy that beat me in my hometown. And he has an opportunity. That's what makes this fight so crazy to me, that people are doubting Justin. An opportunity to rectify what happened, the first time. This is going to be a hard fight. I'm telling you guys, it's a hard fight. It's a hard fight. I think Justin can really win this fight. I've been watching Justin's Road to Glory on YouTube. You guys can go check that out. I really do think he can win this fight. There's been a lot of trash talking, right? And Justin said some things that he's going to have to back up. But Charles also said some things, There's some things that Charles said. All he has is a left hook, an uppercut. No. This guy's is a good striker. You have to respect him. If you want to dominate him, you have to respect what he brings. That's how, you know what I'm saying? Like, Eddie Alvarez respected this kid. Dustin Poirier respected this kid. Khabib respected this kid because they knew what he brought to the table, but they knew that they could beat him. And that's the thing with Charles. Like, I feel like Charles can win this fight. I am going to be picking Charles by third round sub. I think Charles needs to work the body. I think Charles needs to implement a heavy wrestling game plan. Justin's gonna be ready for it. Don't get it twisted. He's gonna defend some takedowns, but the body work should be there. He doesn't defend his body. It should be there. Throw kicks with him. Do not be scared to throw kicks with him. Check kicks. Because if somebody throws something at you, you have to return to let them know, like, hey, you're gonna have to pay a toll. Every time you throw a fucking leg kick, you're going to pay a toll, right? So then you can get some respect on the feet. And him going forward is probably going to help him a lot. But Gaethje's so good at throwing leg kicks in the pocket. Like, he's so good at that, and I'll give him credit. And also, he's going to have to be wary of that power. But if he can deal with those problems from Gaethje, I think he can win this fight. I really, really do. And I think it could lead to a sub. No matter how good Gaethje is working on his grappling, it's still not on Charles' level. I would say Gaethje has a better chance of keeping it on the feet because of the takedown defense. I will give him that. His takedown defense looked somewhat improved against Chandler. But if Charles can keep a heavy wrestling game plan like he did against Tony, I think he can win this fight. I really do. I really do think he can win this fight. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed my little breakdown of Charles versus Gaethje. I love this fight. Can't wait for it. I gotta take Charles by third round sub, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share the video. Also, follow me on my Twitter and my Instagram. All those links will be down below in the description box. Your boy eBay is out of here. eBay Nation is gone, and let's get this eBay Nation growing. Love y'all, and goodbye.